In this video, we're going to show you the Semiconductor Manufacturing Equipment Index that we have created here. We do need a little bit of information from you to get access to this form, but we're going to show you exactly how that's going to work here. Nick's going to share screen now and show you our Google form that we have prepared for you. So in the description of this video, we will post the link to this Google form here. You'll notice it says Chip Stock Investor Semiconductor Manufacturing Index, and then the first thing it asks for is your email. We're not going to spam you, and we're not going to share the email. And then there's a couple of disclaimers here. The first one, basically that this is just for general information. We're not providing any investment advice here. This is an educational form. Also, please don't share this index with anyone and pretend that it's yours. It's not fair. We've done all the work. Next section is to agree to not share the Airtable link with anyone. And last but not least, you have to watch this video, please, so that you understand why we have this index, what it's used for, and the limitations from it. Once you hit submit, you will receive that link right in the form, so it'll be easy to access right after you finish this Google form. And now we'll show you what the index looks like here, and Nick will explain a little bit more about it.
Once you are in and you have access to our index, you're going to see this grid view of the Chip Stock Investor Semi-Manufacturing Equipment Index. We have organized this by company in order of market capitalization in US dollars. So basically the total value of each company, total shares outstanding multiplied by the value of each share gives you market cap. We have a market cap weighting. That's basically that individual company's market cap divided by the total sum of all company market caps. And you see here, there are 64 companies in the index at this point, for a total market cap sum of just over $1 trillion. And so in the first entry here, you can see that ASML holding the largest company in this index by market cap. It's a 28% weight of the total index. Next column over, we have a brief description of what the company does. And then the next two columns, we have an X if this is in our chip stock investor portfolio, or if not, if it's on our watch list. And then finally, the final column, a link to the latest video so that you can see our latest take on each company in this list. So we are going to keep this semi up to date here. When we do make a video on one of these companies, we will drop the link in this table as well for your convenience. We will semi-regularly update the market cap. And ultimately, if you want to help collaborate on this a little bit, drop us a line in the comments if you have any suggestions or notice anything that might be missing from this index. But the idea of this, again, as we've talked about on previous videos, we think that the semiconductor manufacturing equipment segment of the chip industry is underfollowed, misunderstood, and there isn't really an index out there that captures all of the small cap names. So we have mentioned that the top 5 companies on this list, ASML, Applied Materials, Lam Research, Tokyo Electron, and KLA Corp, are an oligopoly. And you can see that very clearly from here. Those top 3 companies make well over half of the total market cap of the entire index. But beyond that, beyond those top 5, these companies are very, very small. They do very little in revenue to contribute to this overall part of the market. But there are a couple of gems that just, frankly, oftentimes get overlooked. So the idea of this here is to help you organize your thoughts in approaching this very, very critical sub-segment of the chip industry, help you understand it better, and to help you in your research in deciding where you might want to allocate your money in the chip industry, and specifically within semiconductor manufacturing equipment. We thank you for your patience as we put this together. We mentioned we were working on this index, I think over 2 months ago. We got sidetracked by earnings season, but Casey has continued making steady progress on this. And again, we will continue to make updates and implement suggestions as we get them. And again, as Casey mentioned, we did decide to grant access to this for free, with just a couple of caveats here so we can kind of control how quickly this data is going to inevitably leak out onto the World Wide Web. So we appreciate your understanding. We appreciate the tips on coffee. It makes this whole endeavor that much more sweet for us. And we really, really hope that this thing is a useful aid for you in understanding the semiconductor industry and in your investment journey.
So this is just one part of the semiconductor industry, as you've come to realize from our semiconductor flow chart. So our plan is to continue to make these indices as we progress here for each of the parts of the semiconductor industry flow, if it's useful. So we do need some feedback from you. Please leave us a comment on this video or others that let us know if you find this index useful. If it is, we'll continue to make these indices.
So enjoy the use of the Chipstock Investor Semiconductor Manufacturing Equipment Index. Hit us up with questions that you might have. Let us know if you have any comments on how we can improve. And we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. We will talk to you again real soon.